Welcome everyone. Today I want to show what this actually looks like in practice. Platform I'm using has been part of my active setup for close to a year, and once the session walkthrough is done, I'm going to go through a few simple things that have saved me from wasting time on projects that aren't built to last. So first thing I go to is always the configuration step, because this part of the platform tells you more about how it was built than almost anything else. How the setup is structured, how intuitive it is, whether anything feels rushed, it all shows up here. Token selection is first. It runs on a multi-chain protocol, which means no restrictions on which network gets used, and whatever's happening in market doesn't limit the options. We can pick what makes the most sense right now and move forward. I select Solana. It's been on a solid run lately, ecosystem around it is active, and it just feels like the right pick now. Okay, receiving address is next. Copy and add SOL address. Quick step, nothing to slow down on. Next is hash rate power. It determines how much computing capacity gets pointed at the session. It's the baseline. Everything downstream is built on top of whatever this is set to. Okay, then mining speed. It controls how intensely remote hardware runs during the session. And higher intensity pushes the efficiency up, but it also directly moves the final number. So it's not something to just push to the top without thinking about it. Figure out what the session is supposed to deliver and set this accordingly. So target amount next. This is total volume I'm going after in this session. Okay, now just a quick look over everything before starting. Address, hash rate, speed, target. All correct, so I can press start. And it's running, good. Now, one thing that keeps standing out every time I use this platform is the live panel. Load level, time into the session, where the projected output is tracking, all of it's sitting right there on one screen, updating as the session runs. So now just watching it do its thing and waiting for the session to wrap up. Okay, it's done. Final report is loaded. Total time logged, shares processed, the algorithm that ran throughout, and breakdown of the remote infrastructure charges. Laid out cleanly, nothing buried in there. Now, for moving the SOL out, there are two options. Wallet Connect, where a smart contract handles the whole transfer automatically, and manual option. I just go manual here to show a much clearer picture of how it works. Okay, so while we wait for verification and delivery, let's talk through the concept a bit. So here's what I find interesting about cloud mining in 2026. A few years back, the conversation around mining was mostly about rigs, what hardware to buy, where to put it, how to manage the power draw, and the whole model still works for some people, but it comes with a lot of moving parts. You're tied to specific equipment, you're paying for electricity on a fixed schedule, and when something breaks, it's your problem to fix. Cloud mining just removes that entire layer. The infrastructure runs somewhere else, the output comes to the wallet, and the whole process is contained within the session. And what makes that interesting compared to other strategies is the simplicity of the loop. There's no lockup period, no dependency on a protocol's health, no liquidity risk sitting underneath the whole thing. Configure the session, run it, collect the output. And the fact that every stage of that is visible and traceable is what keeps me coming back to this model. Anyway, appreciate the time. Hope this gave a clear and useful look at how this mining works.